Good afternoon, this is Quays News. I'm Molly Gunn.
And I'm Josh Bingham.
Here's what's coming up on today's programme.
A corner shop in Bury was raided by police who found illegal goods of up to £40,000.
Tuesday marked the beginning of Ramadan, where the Islamic community will come together and observe fasting for 30 days.
Manchester Museum hosted an evening of celebrations for Chinese New Year.
A new cafe has opened in Chinatown where customers can paint their own art pieces.
And Rose Courtine will be bringing us an exciting announcement in the sports world from the Co-op Live Arena. Now, our top story today, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew, has been arrested this morning on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Searches are being carried out in addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk. Andrew, who turned 66 today, is in custody and has consistently denied any wrongdoing.
Alfie Garner is here in the studio to tell us more on the day's events. Alfie, what can you tell us at the moment?
Today it's been quite a busy day for Andrew. Earlier this morning he was arrested, subject to investigation by Thames Valley Police. In a statement, the Assistant Chief Constable said, following a thorough assessment, we've opened the investigation into an allegation of misconduct in public office. It makes Andrew the first senior royal in modern history to be arrested for any crime. Thames Valley Police has previously said the force will be reviewing allegations that a woman was trafficked to the UK by Jeffrey Epstein to have a sexual encounter with Andrew. He also claims that shared information with a paedophile while he was serving as the trade envoy. Emails were released by the US Department of Justice, and it appeared to show that the former Duke sharing reports of official visits to Hong Kong, Vietnam and Singapore. There's also many other emails that go back, including one dated in 2010, which appeared to forward by Andrew 5 minutes after being sent by his special advisor, Amir Patel.
And what has the reaction been?
The reaction has been largely negative for the former prince. In a statement, the king said, what follows now is a full, fair and proper process by which this issue is investigated in the appropriate manner and by the appropriate authorities. He added they have our full and wholehearted support and cooperation. He also added this line, let me state very clearly, the law now must take its course. The former Prime Minister as well, Gordon Brown, submitted a 5-page letter to the Metropolitan, Surrey, Sussex and the Thames Valley police forces, adding additional information to what he submitted only last week to the same forces. Last week he said the police need to investigate Andrew. He owes it to the abusers. And the Deputy Prime Minister, David Lammy, said, as Justice Secretary and now as the Prime Minister said, nobody in this country is above the law, and this now is a police investigation and it must happen in the usual way.
Thank you ever so much, Alfie. In Bury, the council's investigation on corner shops began after several complaints.
The police shut down and raided Express Mini Mart, which was found to be storing thousands of pounds of illegal disposable vapes that they had allegedly been selling to children.
Alex Pennington has more.
Shops selling vapes to children has been a serious issue nationally for a while now, but police are doing what they can to put a stop to it. In Bury, Express Mini Markets was raided and temporarily shut down by police last week, who found up to £40,000 in banned products, including non-compliant disposable vapes. Bury Council had worked with the police to investigate the shop after many complaints, including that they were allegedly selling vapes to children.
I think that's just as bad as smoking. I mean, I've had lung cancer, so through smoking and what have you. So I mean, I don't know why they have to do it now. Not these days, because as anyone really smokes, I just can't understand why they want to do it.
The closure stands as the first time that the council bosses themselves have ever directly applied for a shutdown notice on a building, and they stated that this is just the start of a council-led crackdown, suggesting a deeper investigation into corner shops. According to the NHS, nearly 10% of secondary school students vape frequently. The council are urging anyone who witnesses illegal trading activity to report it to the police, to help stop children from vaping.
This Tuesday marked the start of Ramadan for many.
It's one of the holiest months on the Islamic calendar, celebrated by Muslims worldwide, bringing the Islamic community together while observing a 30-day fast.
Our reporter Sydney Williams has more.
Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, and it consists of 30 days of fasting from sunrise to sunset. It's considered the holiest month of the Islamic year. I spoke to Zaina as she explains the different types of prayers that will be said during Ramadan.
So we'll start with the first prayer in the morning, which is the one before sunrise. It's called Fajr. The next one is usually around midday. That is called Zohar. And then the third one is around mid-afternoon, just before sunset time, which is called Asr. The one at sunset we read is called Maghrib, and then the one that we're supposed to read at night after sunset, about an hour or so after sunset, is called Isha. Then during Ramadan we also have the Tarawih prayer, which is a prayer that is you're supposed to read. The Prophet did also read only during Ramadan, so that consists of 20 rakahs, which is basically a lot longer prayer. And usually when you read at the mosque, they try to cover the whole Quran during each day recitation, so that they can basically, at the end, you've finished it all together.
Behind me you will see a mosque located in Bury, where Muslims from the Bury community will attend for the next 30 days for evening prayers from the Quran. They will be connecting religiously with their family and friends when they will go home to make food and prepare to break their fast at around 5:30 in the evening. For most people, during Ramadan, they will be busy managing everyday work in life. I spoke to Asif as he tells me how he's preparing for this year. So how are you finding working as a full-time job but also preparing for Ramadan?
Yes, because of I'm doing this thing for so many years now, so I'm ready for this thing, and I was expected this seems coming soon, so I'm ready for this thing. And preparation, my wife, she's doing preparation. I'm just concentrate on my work and my kids. When I'm going home, I'll take my kids to the mosque and I will teach him how to do this thing for a special month.
So what actually happens during a whole day of Ramadan? Well, Zaina told us more.
So a typical day would start by waking up in the morning and preparing for suhoor, which is the meal that we have before sunrise. So that means that I would typically wake up maybe 4 a.m, 4:30, and have a breakfast. Usually we try to have foods that will be quite slow burning, so the energy will release for us later on during the day. And then when it comes to around sunset time, we'll be preparing our food for the night. So usually we'll be in the kitchen making a big meal, and then once the meal's opened, we'll pray again and then get ready for the mosque.
Moving on, Grace went to Peel Park Library, where they've decorated for the start of Ramadan. She spoke to one student to tell us more.
I'm outside the Peel Park Library where they've decorated for Ramadan. Eid is determined by the sighting of the new crescent moon, marking the start of the 10th month of the lunar calendar. It relies on visual confirmation, usually on the 29th day of Ramadan. Dates can vary 1 or 2 days of Ramadan. What is something that you wish people knew about Ramadan?
I'd say that it's not really just about a month of starving. It's about gratitude, being grateful of what you have around you, a month to give to the poor as well, seeing how it's like around the world currently. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it makes you a lot more grateful with what you have. The food that we get, some people don't even have that, and it's a month to normally just give money to those who are in need, and just like giving thanks to our Creator, etc. I think personally it's taught me self-development, being a lot more grateful, having patience, strengthening your faith as well, your connection with God, your parents, your family, a time to collectively eat together when sun sets. It helps you obviously maintain that connection, hopefully throughout the entire month, and hopefully it teaches you to continue it even outside of Ramadan as well.
Well, Ramadan isn't the only thing currently going on. The Lunar New Year festival is as well, commonly known as Chinese New Year.
Celebrations for the Year of the Horse have officially begun in Manchester, with families gathering to watch dragon and lion dances alongside other activities at the Manchester Museum.
Experience it for herself.
Welcoming in the Year of the Fire Horse, Manchester is joining in the global celebrations for the Lunar New Year. Celebrations are being held across China, Vietnam, Korea and in communities across the northwest. For Chinese people here, it's a time for family.
And I have a daughter and a son, so I always bring them to Manchester to see the Chinese New Year celebration so that they can have an idea how many celebrate it.
Also known as the Chinese New Year, the Manchester Museum held free events and different activities for the community, such as an exciting traditional lion dance, music from the Hong Kong pluck string Chinese orchestra, and family-friendly craft workshops. The New Year ends on the 3rd of March with lively parades and activities available to get involved in over the course of the festival.
A new art cafe has opened in Chinatown where visitors can sip a matcha while painting and making personalised art pieces.
Our reporter Maram Zeno went down to visit.
Oops Day Art Cafe, one of Manchester's newest art cafes, recently opened in Chinatown, where in this cafe not only do they provide matcha drinks, but they also provide customers with a variety of different activities to do, such as decorating iPhone cases, hairbrushes, mirrors, a jewellery box, and you can even decorate your own photo frame with a variety of different styles of gems, and many more options. The cafe is very unique in its style, as it's suitable for both adults and children who want to come together and enjoy some creative time together. You could also take a small painting box to make these at home in case it becomes very busy.
Wait in line here because it can get quite busy sometimes.
And price tags are on each gem and item, so they keep everything organized and easy for customers. A staff member at the cafe has kindly given us a walkthrough of how they make their matcha at the cafe and gave us further insight of what matcha is and where it comes from.
Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how to make matcha. Basically, it's just like a baked green tea, and we get it imported from Japan. We do the ratio, so it's like the same amount-ish. And then we use these like whisks. We do it like a dilution. And we have to do it so there's no like powder bits. So on top around the eyes so it's spread around equally.
Yeah. This cafe proves that creativity isn't just on the walls, it's in everyone's skills. Maram Zeno, Quays News.
I love a matcha. That looks to be a good day out.
I'm still yet to try it personally. Izzy Ashford is here in the studio to let us know what's going on in the world of entertainment. Izzy, welcome. What can you tell us?
Hiya. Yeah, so Britain's Got Talent returns to our screens this Saturday. Judges Simon, Alicia and Amanda are joined once again by YouTuber and rapper even, KSI, following last season's success. In an interview with Good Morning Britain, Simon only had good things to say about the social media star, who is now a permanent host following the departure of Bruno Tonioli, calling him funny. We are now on season 19 of the show, and in a new addition to the format, we get to go behind the scenes. Perhaps in a nod to the rise in popularity of reality television, we can now take a peek behind the curtain and see the real chaos that goes into making the show so fabulous. In teaser clips, we get to see the crew in the gallery and see their reactions to the acts and all the chaos. Their annual trip to Blackpool is cited as the highlight of the season, as the judges get to sit outside to watch the acts. This week, we see the release of the bombshell new Netflix documentary, Reality Check, Inside America's Next Top Model. America's Next Top Model ran for 24 seasons, or cycles as they were known during the show, from 2003 to 2016. Each cycle followed a group of aspiring models from across the US who lived together, competed in challenges and faced a weekly elimination. The eventual winner was of course crowned America's Next Top Model and awarded a spread in fashion magazines, plus contracts with major fashion brands and of course a modelling agency. Whilst it was a hit throughout the noughties, the 24-season reality competition has recently come under fire for how contestants were treated. Its makeovers often left models in tears, such as when one model was subject to invasive dental surgery. The challenges were occasionally tone deaf, including even changing the model's race, which is of course quite cringeworthy now. The documentary takes a deep dive into the show, featuring exclusive interviews with former panellists and contestants. The documentary sheds a light in how problematic the iconic show was. Of course, the biggest talking point from the documentary is the inclusion of the creator and host Tara Banks. She does take part in the documentary and she lifts a lid on her experience. It will certainly be an interesting watch. And now lastly, for all the theatre fans, Pinocchio is coming to the Lowry this weekend. The family favourite, directed by Nikki McCretton, with music from Dom Quixote and starring Tim Dalling, Jenny Harold and Daniel Reggiano. Tickets start from $19.50.
That sounds amazing. Thank you ever so much, Izzy.
Now on to the sports, and we find our sports correspondent Rose Courtine at the Co-op Live Arena, where an exciting event has just been announced. What more can you tell us, Rose?
That's right. Yes, that's right. On Monday, the Netball Super League announced that on Saturday, the 20th of June, the Netball Super League Grand Final will be heading here to the Co-op Arena, making history. For the first time, a sporting final will headline and be staged here at the arena, with the two top teams in the Netball Super League battling for the sought-after trophy. With England Netball just next door at the Etihad campus, it made perfect sense to bring this world-class event to the largest arena in the UK. Last year, the event was held at the O2 Arena in London, with London Pulse defeating Loughborough Lightning 53-45 and crowned champions for the first time. Following the exciting announcement, the NSL Managing Director Claire Nelson said netball has always been a sport that builds confidence on and off the court. Hosting our biggest night in such a modern arena is a powerful statement about the belief, ambition and everyday confidence that defines our league and our players.
Wow, that sounds like such an exciting event. Anything else happening in the world of sports this week?
Yes, there's been lots going on, and with the Winter Olympics coming to a close on Sunday, GB have already won 3 gold medals and are searching for more, as both the men's and women's curling teams have made it through to the semi-finals.
I have to say I'm more of a figure skating man, but is there any more sports that we can look forward to, Rose?
Well, tonight Manchester United women take on Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League. They are currently leading 3-0 on aggregate, and a win could set them 4 places further up the league if other matches go their way. They're currently 6th and have won 4 out of their last 6 matches in the tournament. And on Saturday, Salford City look to get their first win in 3 matches as they head to Cheltenham, and also hope that a win will push them further and they'll be more secure in terms of ending the season in the playoffs. That's all from me here at the Co-op Arena, where 2 of the Netball Super League teams will head in June. However, the season starts on Saturday in Sheffield, so be sure to check out how Manchester Thunder get on.
Thank you. And now here's Annabelle Green with your weather report.
Sit around 4 degrees, so we'll still feel that cold, and the cloud will overhang into tomorrow. However, this may be the last time we'll see this, as into early next week, the temperatures will sit into the low teens. Rain, however, will persist, and there'll be big showers across the whole of the northwest region. So there'll be a mix of sunny spells as well as rain. So if you're going out, remember to wrap up warm and take an umbrella.
Thank you ever so much, Annabelle. Well, that's going to be it for Quays News this week. I've been Josh Bingham.
And I've been Molly Gunn.
And we'll see you next week. Bye for now.